This one was interesting. Marlon Humphrey is the side quest king for the Baltimore Ravens. He tweeted this week, should I do a glizzy taste tour around the country one day? 50 states, 50 glizzies. I pray for Ravens fans because Marlon Humphrey has been awfully vocal for a lot of the wrong reasons when they're playing their worst. This season, on 160 coverage reps, he has allowed 18 receptions for 261 yards, a 14.5 yard average on those plays, 2 PBUs, and he also has given up a 75% catch rate. So he's been one of the liabilities on this defense, albeit they're banged up. Marlon Humphrey having a little silly little tweet is very much pissing off the Ravens fan base.
It's crash out inducing. It's maybe one of the worst things.
If a Giants player tweeted this, by the way, if Deontay Banks tweeted this, I would legitimately, I'd write 1,000 words on how they need to trade Deontay Banks if that happens.
It just sends every wrong message possible. To everybody. Who do you think follows you, Marlon? Ravens fans. You think they care if you want to eat a bunch of Glicks? No, they don't. They care about their team being so bad right now and effectively playing themselves out of the postseason by November. That doesn't happen in Baltimore. It doesn't happen in Baltimore with Lamar and Harbaugh often. So why are you taking up the glizzy tour? That's our stuff, okay, by the way. You're a handsome, strapping NFL football player, DB.
You don't need to do
have it all.
shit.
You got the money. You got the attention, the women fame, all of it. We're the ones that eat 50 glizzies in 50 states. We're the ones that do that. Why are you jacking? Now I'm getting angry. He's jacking our bit here.
Okay, here's the one thing. Outside of how ridiculous this is, your team sucks. I'm not saying the shut up and dribble. That's not the bit that I'm doing.
Yeah.
But when your team's bad and it's underperforming and it's like really underperforming, it's not great, especially when in the past he's done like a lot of goofy videos. He's got his podcast and everything, and that always sparks the ire of Ravens fans because he always says something at the worst time when everybody's bothered and upset. It's like, oh, great. Here we go again. He's saying something that is just going to make us more pissed off. It's always when he makes a bad play. And here we are talking about this when he's had a really rough start to the season. The mechanics of this, are there 50 unique hot dogs? I would do 50 slices of pizza in 50 states. I wouldn't do 50 because how different can a hot dog be in all 50 states? I would argue that pizza could be vast, and I've had pizza in a lot of states that I've visited, and there's some pretty shit pizza in a lot of states that claim they have good pizza. So I would think it would be a little bit more intriguing to do something like that has some volatility. What about sushi? Sushi would be a fun one because you get diarrhea if it's bad, and but then you can poop standing up if you get put into that situation.
Yeah. I think barbecue might be the most versatile between 50 states.
Is there New Jersey barbecue?
Yeah,
is there Rhode Island
I'm sorry.
Seattle barbecue? I mean, it's...
Look, the big bit is 50 states, 50 steaks. That's the bit. You want to go do a steak in each state?
Come up with that?
Ron Bennington came up with it. I stole that, obviously. Like I do everything.
Did he actually do that? Or
no, it's just the best idea I've heard ever on an airwave. It's just great. I like
that premise because if you find like the best steakhouse in every major city in every single state, you could get some pretty big volatility.
I think there's plenty of volatility with the hot dogs, by the way.
How?
Because Seattle puts cream cheese on their dogs. Chicago puts like neon relish on their dogs.
I knew that.
Obviously, in New York, you got the dirty water snappers. Down south, it's just a big hearty Frank. They don't even put ketchup on it or mustard. It's just you're just eating a log of beef between meat.
A hog.
Yeah. I think the hot dog actual variants would be very different place to place, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're all just use Hebrew National or Franks or whatever they use.
Here's the problem though: is I think that you would. I have another thought. I just thought if I need to get, hopefully I don't forget this. That I feel like you would start this journey and then you would realize, like 5 states in, you would go to 6 or 7 unique states, and then you'd realize really quickly, okay, that one was exactly the same as the last one that I was in.
Maybe we'd have to do a tubed meat variant where you got like the hot link in DC, and then you got to find the Texas Shaboing Boing that's like 18 inches long. It does the U-turn. Yeah, you know what? Hey, Unc, why are you using that POV on? Yeah. I really think we can go tube meats. The Midwest has plenty of brats and wursts and variants also. I think tube meat might be our most. It might be.
What food like legitimately could we create enough? Pizza's the first one that comes to mind. Steak is a really good one that like you could actually create some uniqueness in breaking it down.
If we're doing steaks, we'd have to find somewhere that is doing local because I want to taste a cow from each state.
That's a good point.
Because if they're all shipping them from Omaha, then we're just having Omaha. We're just every an Omaha.
You're like 5 states. You're 5 states in, and you go to check. Like, wait, we should check the. Oh, great!
Kind of a rip here. No,
yeah.
I'd like to taste the cow from Carolina. I'd like to taste a cow from. Maybe Rhode Island if they're slaughtering them there. I'd taste the California cow. I taste all the different cows.
Yeah.
I'd like to see what that variance is the grass. Are they eating Kentucky grass? Is that making them tastier? Or are they, just grazing on hay and such out west? I think there's a lot of versatility there, but we actually have to get local cows.
What the other thought that I had, why did he say this?
He doesn't know how to read the room.
No, forget that. Why was he thinking about this? That just popped in my head. Why what?
This isn't something that I would ask on my Twitter, by the way.
No.
I wouldn't even ask, should I do a glizzy taste tour around the country one day? Just do it, Marlon.
But like, what could you be thinking about that you go, I got to tweet this? And again, as you said, he can't read the room. Forget that for a second. What inspired the thought? That's what I don't understand.
12.5 million views on this tweet, by the way.
Yeah, it went mega viral. It was the stupidest thing. I'm all for stupid tweets.
You think he had a hot dog and was like, oh, maybe I could have 50 more of these over 50 days?
I just have a problem. I guess you kind of disagree with me. I have a problem with him thinking that he's going to find different hot dogs in every state. This doesn't seem well thought out. So, was he just sitting there eating a hot dog? He's like, you know what? I got to try this in every single state.
Yeah, if he was having an empanada, is he saying, oh, I'm going to do 50 states, 50 empanadas?
I don't know if there'd be enough. Mexican food in every state would be interesting.
Tacos
in every state, because there'd be some real shit tacos that you could have in the Midwest.
That would be the most enjoyable top to bottom, I think, because who doesn't like Mexican food? But the unfortunate trope about Mexican food is it's just the same stuff repackaged in a different tortilla version. It's chicken or beef, tomato, crema. If you want guacamole, it's a taco, it's a burrito.
But I disagree with that. Have you had Mexican food in California or in Texas?
Yeah, they're fine. It's fine.
That is an arbitrary stance to have.
Here's what people need to understand. There's more really good Mexican food in Texas and California, but it's all still Mexican food.
It's a bad take.
I understand
it's a really bad take.
I know how
I haven't eaten Mexican food once since I came back here. I moved back here from LA.
It's barren here in Hoboken. I will acknowledge that.
Every other meal, I would go order a burrito. I would go to a Mexican spot. I would get quesadillas. I'm going to
get torched for this.
I understand. You should.
I understand.
There were 4 or 5 different spots in walking distance of my apartment, and every time I'd find a spot that hit.
Yeah, that's
every
more
time, and it was different every time.
There's probably one place around us right now that serves it up real well. California is different. It's a different populace, it's different, but it's not.
Just add in before we get to the next topic.
Was the cheese hot? Was the rice nice? Was the tortilla?
All right.
Was the tortilla made really nicely?
You don't get it, man. You haven't had good
tortilla.
Mexican
they grind it up.
You haven't had good Mexican food.
Simmer down.
Pizza ultimately would be the best one because all I can think about
food. Now I'm getting tilted. I'm not taking your food criticism. You told me there was good Chinese food here in Jersey.
There is.
Haven't found it.
That was bad voice crack. After we moved here, I then did a lot of digging, and every corner of Chinese food analysis has broken down that Hoboken is the Chinese food desert, because if you go to West Orange, you go to Summit, you go to Chatham, you go to that's the problem with Chinese food, is that you have to get it in New York City, or you have to go and get it in like the suburban areas. Like, where's the best Chinese food that you've gotten when you were home? Suburban areas.
Suburban area.
Right.
Well, yeah, suburban area.